Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today I want to share with you what happens when you hit rank 12 on the Island Sanctuary. It has just stopped raining. It's almost like that was ordained just as we started recording. And I'm finally on my last rock. As you can see, I'm on top of the summit of my mountain on the side of my lovely island here. So let's share this moment together. Our last rock of rank 11. And there we go, rank 12. Nicely done. Okay, so what does rank 12 give you? That is the question. No title. I thought there'd be a title associated with the achievement, but we got Mammoth is the Architect, which is the achievement for hitting rank 12. The next thing is there anything new in the actual town? There's only one way to find out. Let's have a look together. I'm really hoping that there is. So we have access to, yeah, there is in fact, a new quest appeared. As you can see with the Felicitous Furball. And you have a look of an experienced pioneer about you, Meoni. I look forward to seeing what you accomplish here next. By the way, the Curious Courier, exhaustingly excitable as ever, has told me to tell you that it has once again received a message from Mistress Tataru. So we get 7,000 Islander calories for that, just for getting rank 12. So if you were wondering, so that's pretty good. And then also on the vendor, I believe we should have access to other things now. If we go onto the other section, yeah. So this is how you get the Island Alligator Horn, which is probably what we're going to be looking at today. For 35,000 blue seafarer calories. Thankfully, I've got just enough to get one of those, so let's add that to our collection. Lovely jubbly. And it's also that quest. So first of all, let's see what that quest gives us. I won't read through the storyline because, well, you know, I want to keep that for you, but we'll see what the reward is, shall we? Alrighty, so now we've done that quest line. I will say, without spoiling anything, that was my favorite one so far. That was actually really brilliant. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. One of the rewards, though, is a Far Eastern yarn. You get the Isle Shepherd's outfit. So if you're wondering where that's from as well, we get the Isle Shepherd's headdress, tunic, wrist dress, bottoms, and sandals. So we'll have a look at that in a moment as well. So let's turn it in. And we're done with the quest for this patch, I believe. I don't think there's anything else. I'd be surprised if there was. No. So nothing really else. One thing I do know is that there's likely new things you can build at the various landmark locations and stuff, but there are no new landmark locations and things like that, just to let you know. So if you go to a landmark, you should have access to, there it is. Is this it? That's it. The Gamboling Garden. That's one of the new ones. So if you wanted to, I believe that's the Mammoth sort of playground thing as well. But yes, apart from that, there's not really anything too new, but there is plenty of rewards as we've seen in the videos. Whilst it's also nighttime and I can't really do the recording of the mount just yet as we're waiting, there is actually another reward as well. If we come to the cowrie exchange of a horrendous hoarder and we go to the seafarer cowries, you know, the blue ones, and then equipment and furnishings, if you go to the armor tab and click show only recently added items, you will see a brand new set of gear. We have, of course, the Isle Vacationer's visor, shirt. We have the tie front shirt, the Isle Vacationer's wrist hawks, shorts, tanga, sandals, and loop sandals. It's very pleasing to know that none of this gear is gender locked, just as a forewarn. If you want just a quick preview whilst I'm waiting here, this is what the shirt would look like, for example, the wrist hawk, and let's say the shorts and the sandals. So that's what that one looks like. And the difference is between the shirt and the tie front shirt is that it is tied in front, as you can see. So that's the major difference. But the fact is that they've let you choose for yourself which one you'd prefer, which is very nice. And the same could be said with the shorts, and this is the tanga as well. So instead of there being an ugly gender lock preventing people from choosing what they want to wear, they're just like, here you go. And I think the difference between the sandals as well is that one and the loop ones. Yeah, so there's like looped ones around the toe, or there's the traditional style sandals as well. We'll have a look at that in a bit more detail, but yeah, very interesting. Alrighty, here we are over in the Azim Steppe, my favorite place in the game, because normally it's pretty good weather, and specifically at the moment, at the time of recording, it's raining on the island sanctuary, so more better reasons to actually come out somewhere else. So this is the island Alligator Mount. First then, summon forth your island alligator, demands to be seen, not later, but always. Hailing from unknown shores, this alligator appeared on your island one day and made itself at home. It takes pride in the fact that its kind is rare out at sea, and willingly carries a rider upon its back, if only so it can parade itself in front of all and sundry. The hidden text then on this, if you highlight over the patch down the bottom, says, "A face you could kiss, if it wasn't covered in scales, that is." A quote there from Thurzagel. Thurzagel? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. So this is just your average sort of terrestrial sort of designed mount. It's fantastic though, isn't it? I mean, what did we really expect? Your character will sit on this. I think it might be different slightly between races, but I don't have access to that information, not having Island Sanctuary unlocked all that way on everything yet. But you're kneeling forwards. We've seen this on a couple of mounts, but not that many. Very cool though. Regardless, it looks like you're sort of hanging on for dear life. You don't want to fall off in front of it, that's for certain. It is a really, really cool looking model. Ever since they added, obviously, the alligator and Island Sanctuary as one of the monsters you could capture, a lot of people, including myself, was like, when are we going to be able to train these things to be mounts? So it's nice that Square Enix realized this in anticipation, and I go, you know what? Yeah, they're right. We need to add some of these things as mounts. So this is rank 12. And what was it, 35,000 calories? Not too bad, if I do say so myself. Especially when, you know, you do your itinerary of things each week, your workshop, as well as all of the other stuff. It's quite easy to do that, as well as the challenge log. So this is what it looks like when it walks around then. Let's do a walk animation first. Yep, as you would expect, waddling around, having an absolute flat time of things, isn't he? Is great. And then his run animation, dun, 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 dun. It's not something you want to see running towards you, is it really? At least not at this speed. Holy moly, that's quick. And then flight, he just sort of goes, rah, leaps into the air, and now he's swimming towards his prey. Look at those eyes. Whoa, gorgeous. It is a fantastic model, isn't it? I'm very pleased with this one. But it is just the same as the one you capture. I like the animation there, the body swaying there. Very cool, isn't it? And the underside as well. Very nice stuff. The real question is, what music does it have? Let's scratch that itch for you immediately. So the music that this particular mount has... There we go. It's the Island Sanctuary music. I'm a fool. Well, I'm happy that it's not the generic music. It has to be the Island Sanctuary music, really, doesn't it? I love that piece of music. It's fantastic. But then, most of the music in this game is pretty good, isn't it? So there we go. Let's go and see then, finally, what he swims like in the water, because that's where his natural habitat would be. It'll be exactly the same as the flight animation, I would imagine. But there have been occasions in the past where they've surprised us. But that is not the case here. That looks normal. That looks awesome. Ooh, that looks even more ferocious, doesn't it? Holy moly. I quite like that. Very cool stuff. Right, the next thing to look at then is the reward from hitting rank 12, the quest line. So let's go look at that. But what a fantastic beastie this is. Definitely recommend getting to rank 12 if you can. Alright, here we are then in the Grand Cosmos in Explorer mode, because obviously it's always nice and sunny here, and it's the same time of day all the time, so we can take as much time as we want without any worry about spending too long. So this is the outfit then that you get. Obviously, my hair isn't short enough to show you fully, but this is a braided headdress over here, which looks fantastic on people with shorter hair. Then we have this lovely looking robe. Actually, that is really nice. Quite like that. The detail on it is what is especially astounding here. Let's go into G-pose and have a much better look at this. Boop, boop. There we go. Nice close up. Yeah, I especially like the symbolism, all of the bits and pieces here. It's a true pleasure to have something like this. Obviously, this is based on, you know, Azim steppe tribes, if I remember correctly, in correlation to the storyline's context. So yeah, that's the background of it, at least in the game. At least I believe so anyway. I like the individual pieces. Just as a FYI of what they look like, let's take off the chest piece. And that gives you a good idea of what these leggies look like, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see them. They are very nice, aren't they? I like the front tassels on there. Yeah, I can actually see myself using quite a few bits from this for glamours. I especially like the wrist as well. That is really nice. Really nice. It's only on one, but yeah. And yeah, nice stuff. Let's see what it looks like dyed. The dyes, as you would expect, look pretty good. I mean, honestly, it's obviously the beige part that's going to be what dyes, and it looks really good. I also went and changed my hairstyle, you know, to something that would better display that headdress more easily. So yeah, it does look a lot better with either shorter hair or obviously with bangs that go over it. But the longer hairstyles and the things with a fringe are obviously going to clip. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this dyes. It looks pretty good. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but yeah, very nice stuff. Alrighty, a quick change here and there, and we're back to our normal hairstyle, which looks much better in my opinion. And this is the, let's call this the previously what you would call it the masculine attire first, which is the open shirt and the shorts. This is what it looks like on my character. Obviously, you know, ready for that beautiful sort of Hawaiian holiday. You're out there on the islands. You know, you want to go somewhere nice and warm. Very, very nice. I like this one a lot. The thing I do like about this one especially, which is, in my opinion, quite unique, is this like sun visor styled hat. I'm not really sure what else to call this with the sunglasses. And of course, because, oh yeah, this is a 5-set piece, obviously, but we also have the other options, the shirt, shorts, and feet as well. Like I said earlier, we have the ability to toggle the visor. So you can turn those sunglasses on and off if you so wish to. Personally, I think they look good with them on. And I do like the fact that we're getting this visor command associated with so many outfits now. It used to be a case where this was just shocking and surprising to see this, but now it's sort of baked into our memories now. We kind of get used to having this function, but we take it for granted basically. But it is very nice. I'm gonna keep that on. So that's that version, and then of course we also have the other version which has the other type of shirt. Let me just make some room for a second. There we go. And then we got that shirt. And then we've also got the tanga, if I had room as well. Let's put that there. There we go. That's the tanga. And then we've also got the sandals as well. I really need to free up some bag space, to be perfectly honest with you. There we go. And that's the other option right there with those sandals and the tanga and the open shirt. Personally, I like a mix of both. I quite like the tied shirt here with the shorts, but that's the beauty of adding things that you can mix and match, you know, instead of having those gender locks, having them unlocked from the start like you see in this outfit and a few of the others in this patch makes it so that you can decide exactly the style of outfit you want to wear. And it can't be, you know, too much more difficult on the design team to actually do this, or at least I don't think it would. Also, it has cactuars on it. I don't know if you noticed that before, but they're flowering cactuars with palm tree type things, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, let's go through some dye options then, see what we can dye this, and we'll try to put the two side by side. It's going to take me a while though, so bear in mind that this video took a lot of work. When it comes to dyes then, I think most people will be happy with what they have on offer. It's really quite, striking colours. It sort of sinks in well to the fabric. It's not pitted in any way, shape or form. And yeah, I was really surprised at how well the shorts on the right side of the screen there worked as well on a more masculine side of things. Very cool stuff. Yeah, I really liked bright colours like pink. It really gave me that sort of, Hawaiian holiday sort of feeling in my mind. I don't know about you. Turquoise is especially one of my favorite dyes in the game anyway, but it looked especially nice on this as well. But even the cheaper dyes look pretty good, like Dalamud Red and some of the yellows. Very cool stuff all in all. I don't think you can fault it too much, and I don't think I could have wished for anything different in regards to this palette. So it does seem like they're getting better at palette choice when it comes to dye ability, because that's one of my biggest criticisms of this game, to be perfectly honest, is the choice of what section of a piece of gear dyes. But hopefully in the future they fix this by adding some kind of like palette function, but I wouldn't hold our breath. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. This one's quite a big one, as you can imagine, but I sort of put 4 videos into one there. Hopefully you appreciate that format, and I've put timestamps. So if you're only interested in the costumes, you don't have to watch the mount and vice versa and all the rest of it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. That wraps up Island Sanctuary for 6.3, I'm pretty sure. But there are obviously still the rare creatures to find and all the rest of it. And we might end up doing more videos on Island Sanctuary going forward. But at this point, we've got most, if not all, of the rewards that I know about. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. More 6.3 stuff on the way this week. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.